Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WGSM 104.7 FM this evening, live from the Election Commission in Madisonville, Tennessee. I'm Sherry McCrary, along with Matt Conley tonight. So we're going to be giving you live coverage of the election returns. Matt, I think we just spoke with Charlie Rodner.
Yes.
He said that they've had a large turnout today.
They did.
They did. Steady
That's what
flow.
He was talking about.
Yes, and people are actually still voting. That's why we're coming on a little bit late this evening. We have been told that they're still voting, so it's going to be a little bit later before we get returns and get those to you, but we wanted to come on and let you know that we are going to be here to give you the live coverage. So we'd like to thank the Election Commission office tonight and Mr. Brown for allowing us to be here tonight. I guess we could go over, there's not a whole lot to go over as far as candidates.
There's not. I mean, of course, it's important to the people who are running, but
absolutely,
it's not the. I don't want to say it's the most. They're all important. It's not. It's maybe not the most exciting or election that we've had, but
right.
It's still important.
Very important, especially to the ones that have run this campaign, for sure.
You and I were talking earlier how much time and effort and money that it takes
absolutely.
To run for something.
It takes a village. It takes your entire family and friends and loved ones to and money, lots of money and lots of time to put into a campaign. And I know that all of these candidates are tired. It's been hot today, and it generally is in August, so I know they're ready to hear the returns, and we're going to try to get those to you as quickly as possible. On most of the races that we have this evening, pretty much some of those were settled in the primary, Matt.
Yeah, it seemed like the primary was almost the deciding factor in a lot of these races.
It was. I know that we have Marna Hull, who is unopposed this evening, and then we have our sheriff's race, which is Tommy Jones, who's unopposed. One of the races that I think everyone's looking at this evening is the Circuit Court Clerk's race. Dwayna Martin on the Republican Party nominee, and Tracy Long Austin, the Democrat Party nominee. So I think Marty's been in office 40-something years, 48, I think. So she's going to be retiring this year. So one of these ladies will be replacing Martha Cook in her office.
I wonder if that's some kind of record in Monroe County for
I think she is the longest holding elected official. I think that's correct. She is.
I know DeWitt Upton on the school board's been a long time. I don't think it's been 48 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
mean, more than 30, I think.
Oh, wow. That's a long time. A county clerk, Larry Sloan, is unopposed. Register of Deeds, Kimberly Kim Estes Bivens is unopposed. And then one of our races that we're watching is the road superintendent. Steve Teague and Richard Allen Best, who's running independent. Steve is Republican Party nominee. Steve's been in office for quite a while, and then I think his father was also the road superintendent years ago.
That's correct.
So
there's another independent for county mayor, correct?
I think that's correct. I think Tim Yates is running as an independent, okay. I do believe. So that's a race that everyone's interested in this evening, would be the county mayor's race with Mitch Ingram, Republican Party, and then we have Tim Yates, who was the county mayor several years ago. So back in 2018, there was an election. I'm just going to look at those totals for you. In the primary, Mitch Ingram and Megan Shaw and Tim Yates all ran in the Republican primary for the nomination back in 2018. Mitch Ingram received 2,996, Megan Shaw 238, and Tim Yates 2,574. So as you can see, Matt, that was actually a close race there between Mitch and Tim back in 2018 in the primary.
Right, yeah, that was. So kind of be interesting. I think a lot of people will be watching that one, like you said.
I think so too. Then we also have some county commission races. Don't have a lot of incumbents in these races. There's a few. Brian Hall in District 2 is incumbent. Roger Thomas is an incumbent in District 3. And county trustee, let's see who we got in the other districts here. I'm sorry. District 3, I think, is the only one we have an incumbent, Roger Thomas. So I think in the 4th district, Paulette Miller-Summey is unopposed. So we've got several people that are up for new spots here this evening. We have a constable race, which is a vote for 2. So Stoney Bearden and James Jim Tyler will be put into those spots. And then the Constable District 3, Larry Bivens, vote for 1. So he will be in there. Constable District 4 will be Harold Davis. Looks like we may have some totals already.
No precincts.
No precincts.
No precincts. I think this is early voting. This is early voting.
Early voting. Okay. See, Matt. We'll split them up here. You want to look at those, and I'll take it after you do.
So most of these, Sherry, there's just the unopposed races. A lot of the judges. Do you have anything more interesting over there?
Okay, let's see. County Commission District 1, this is early voting. Adam Reynolds, 399. Donald DJ Seiler, 438. Travis Wade, 408. Danny Isbell, 256. And Quinto Bursey, 89. So in the early voting, it looks like it's Donald DJ Seiler, Travis Wade, and Adam Reynolds.
We've got actually on my sheet, the county mayor race.
Okay.
This is absentee voting. Mitch Ingram, 240 votes. Tim Yates, 116. And for the early voting, Mitch Ingram, 2,058 votes. Tim Yates, 924. So that's early voting.
Okay, early voting totals
So it looks
there.
like Mr. Ingram has 69% of the vote, and Mr. Yates has 30% of the vote. That's early voting and absentee.
Okay.
It's not election day today.
Right. Okay. Early totals here on the, let's see, absentee voting for the Circuit Court Clerk, Dwayna Martin, 180. Tracy Long, 191.
Is that absentee? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then early voting totals, Dwayna Martin, 1,872. Tracy Long, 1,101. So that's the early voting.
Okay.
Let me see here. Steve Teague, the road superintendent's race. Steve Teague, absentees, 222. Richard Allen Best, 159. Early voting, 1,809. Steve Teague. Richard Allen Best, 1,201. And let's see. If you want to do the school board there, we have some school board totals for District 1.
So Richard Bettis in District 1 Sweetwater, correct, Sherry?
That's correct.
Okay. So Richard Bettis, absentee 64 votes, early voting 461. And then John Ridgedale, absentee 53, early voting 391. Tyrone Ferguson, absentee 41 votes, early voting 61 votes. And Cotton Upton, absentee 50 votes, early voting 166. So it looks like Richard Bettis has 42% of the vote for the District 1 school board right now.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see what we have here. Check and see who else is on here that on the county commission. These are judges. You may have some of the county commission. Do you have those?
Okay. Our director, John Anderson, let me look for them.
He's keeping us straight. Adam Russell is on vacation tonight, so he's not here with us. Let's see.
I would rather, Adam talks better than I. So.
Let's go over those county commission District 1 totals again. Adam Reynolds, this is county commission District 1. Adam Reynolds, absentees 58. Donald DJ Seiler, 58. Travis Wade, 50. Danny Isbell, 61. Quinto Bursey, I hope I'm saying that correct, independent, is 10 absentees. Early voting, Adam Reynolds, 341. Donald DJ Seiler, 380. Travis Wade, 353. Danny Isbell, 195. Quinto Bursey, 79. So it looks like Donald DJ Seiler has 28.19% of the early voting.
Okay. And I did find the Casey Fleischman race, and it looks like it's just for absentee voting and early voting. Fleischman has 1,917 votes, and Sandy Casey has 396. So he's got 82% of the votes in early voting compared to 70% of Sandy Casey.
Okay. County Commission District 2, William Cross, absentees 43. Early voting, 665. Brian Harrell. Absentees, 56. Early voting, 666. George McWilliams. Absentees, 55. And early voting, 699. Scott Scooter Hunt. Absentees, 77. Early voting, 553. So it looks like George McWilliams has 27.06% of the early voting.
Who was the second one in that one?
The second one would be William Cross.
And it's vote for 2?
I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. No, it's Brian Harrell. It's
Okay.
25.78% to Brian and 25.75% to William Cross. So that's very close.
Right, but again, this is not today's totals. This
Right.
is just early voting.
Early voting.
Okay.
That's correct. County Commission District 3, Danny Everhart. Absentees 95, early voting 760. Craig Possum Miller, absentees 88, early voting 705. Roger Thomas, absentees 80, early voting 684. Dean Donnelly, absentees 23, early voting 234. So Danny Everhart is leading in the early voting in this race with 31.89% of the vote.
Okay.
So I think the districts will come in, they usually come in about 8:40, 8:45. They'll start bringing those in and they'll start totaling those up, and then we'll be able to get those out to you folks. But is there
So to
anything
kind of
else?
recap just on our county mayor race, this is absentee. I'm going to add them absentee to the early voting.
Okay. While Matt's doing that, I will give you the totals on the Circuit Court Clerk's race again. Dwayna A. Martin, Republican primary, absentees 180, early voting 1,872. Tracy Long Austin, Democrat candidate, absentees 191, early voting 1,101. So Dwayna has 62.97% of the early voting. On the
So, go ahead.
have you got that? Go ahead.
Yeah, so on
Go
the
ahead,
county
Matt.
mayor, this is just our absentee and early voting combined.
Okay.
It's Mitch Ingram with 2,298 votes. Tim Yates with 1,040 votes.
Okay. The road superintendent's race, once again, Steve Teague, absentee voting's 222, early voting 1,809. Richard Allen Best, independent candidate, absentees 159, early voting 1,201, for a total of 1,360. And Steve Teague's was 2,031. So, got some pretty good races here.
Yeah.
There's a few people that have gathered outside the Election Commission office waiting on the totals as well. I know that we spoke with Charlie Reidner earlier this evening, and he said there had been a steady flow of folks voting this evening, and we still had people voting around 8:20, 8:30. So that may delay us just a little bit in getting those totals. Also, Matt, I know when we were here back in the primary in May, one of the delays was that you could vote anywhere.
Right.
In any precinct. So that delayed us getting the totals just a little bit out to the public, because we had to wait till everybody got to vote, and if you wanted to vote in Sweetwater and you lived in Madisonville, you could do that. So it was a little bit of a delay getting those totals to us.
Right. As everybody knows, with the tents on it, Sherry, when you ran, or did you have a tent out by the Election Commission?
You know, I did.
Okay.
It gets hot, especially in
it
August,
does.
but mine's in November, thank goodness, and it's cold.
It's got to be good friends and family out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Man in
You have
those
to
tents.
be nice to your neighbor.
Right.
For sure. I wanted to let you guys know WGSM will be doing live coverage of the football games starting in August.
This is everything you have plus precinct 5 here.
Okay, now we're going to give you the totals for everything we just gave you, plus precinct 5, which is the Election Commission office.
That's 5, precinct 5?
Mm-hmm, precinct 5. Okay, if you want to do these totals, Matt, and I'll take over from the next one.
So we're just going to skip
There's
over
the totals.
Bill Lee. So Chuck Fleischman and Sandy Casey, which is the House of Representatives. Sandy Casey, 489. Chuck Fleischman, 2,381. So Looks like he's ahead in that one. Of course, Lowell Russell's unopposed with 1,913 votes. Mark Cochran unopposed, 838 votes. That's the Tennessee House of Representatives, District 23.
Okay.
The State Executive Committeeman, District 2, Mark Pullman, unopposed. And then Judy Ashley Pace and Cindy Hatcher, that's the State Executive Committeewoman, District 2. Judy Ashley Pace has 1,541 votes, and Cindy Hatcher, 927.
And that looks like a governor primary.
Yeah.
I think that's
the
right.
Governor primary. So Carnita Atwater with 94 votes, Jason Martin with 230, and J.B. Smiley Jr. with 86.
Okay. Let's see here. And this is Precinct 5 here at the Election Commission office along with early voting. This is the totals. Let me go on over to the ones where that are these are all unopposed.
County mayor's on the
County
bottom.
mayor. County Mayor Mitch Ingram, total 2,690. Tim Yates, 1,258.
So again, that's early voting for
And-
countywide,
And Precinct 5,
and absentee countywide, and precinct 5, precinct number 5, which is Madisonville.
which is Madisonville.
Yes.
That's correct. County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds, 420 votes. Donald D.J. Seiler, 462. Travis Wade, 424. Danny Isbell, 267. Quinto Perchi, 90. So it looks like D.J. Seiler has 27.78% of the vote, and a close race there with Adam Reynolds at 25.26% of the vote. County Commission District 2, William Cross, 946, Brian Harrell, 948, George Williams, 987, and Scott Scooter Hunt, 850. So these are very close races. 25.36% and 25.41 and 26.45. So those are very close there between those three.
So it looks like Mac Williams is leading right now with 987, and basically William Cross and Brian Harrell,
Very close.
I'm almost dead even with 946 and 947.
They are. It's very close. County Commission District 3, Danny Everhart, 925. Craig Possum Miller, 853. Roger Thomas, 821. And Dean Donnelly, 286. So it looks like Danny Everhart is leading with 32.06% of the vote. Paulette Miller-Sammy, County Commission District 4, is unopposed, and she has 285.
That last district, is that vote for 1 or vote for 2?
The last district.
Not Paulette, but the...
Vote for 3.
Oh, 3.
There'll be
okay.
3 in County Commission District 2, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be vote for 3.
So it'll be the top 3 vote getters out of those 4.
That's correct. Circuit Court Clerk, Dwayna A. Martin, 2,398, with Tracy Long Austin, 1,551 for the Circuit Court Clerk's office.
Okay.
The
Once again, we're still waiting on the other precincts to report.
Correct. The road superintendent, Steve Teague, Republican candidate, 2,379. Richard Allen Best, independent candidate, 1,611. If you want to do school board district there, Matt, I'll let you do those.
So School Board District 1, which is in Sweetwater District, I think with newcomer Richard Bettis, he has 562 votes. John Risdell, 466, and this is vote for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyrone Ferguson with 112, and Cotton Upton with 233. So right now the top 2 right there is Richard Bettis and John Risdell.
Okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. All the others are unopposed. And then Constable District 2, of course, you vote for 2. Stony Beard and Jim Tyler will both be in on that. And let's see, I think we've pretty much covered all the contested races that we have, but we'll go back over those totals for you. That way you can, if you missed it the first time. Let's see here. These are all on the judges. Okay. We'll go back to County Commission District 1, vote for 3. Oh, we're getting some more numbers here.
This is all cumulative. This this is precinct 4 Vonal plus this one and everything you've already had.
Okay. So this is going to be precinct 4 along with precinct 5, which is the election commission and the absentees and early voting maps.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got here. We can go over Sandy Casey and Chuck Fleshman.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a foregone conclusion.
Okay,
for
Sandy Casey is 527. Chuck Fleshman is 2,507.
Okay.
Lowell Russell, unopposed, 2,058. Mark Cochran, unopposed, 854. Julia Axley Pace, State Executive Committee woman, District 2, vote for 1. Julia has 1,622. Cindy Hatcher, 990. Let's go over to. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so this is absentee early voting countywide and District 5, which is Madisonville, and also the Vonore District. So Mitch Ingram with 2,842 votes, Tim Yates with 1,326.
Okay. County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds, 420. Donald D.J. Seiler, 463. Travis Wade, 425. Danny Isbell, 268. Quinto Birchie, 90. So it looks like D.J. Seiler is still in the lead there with 27.79% of the vote, but it's very close there between him and Adam Reynolds. County Commission District 2, vote for 3, William Cross, 965. Brian Harrell, 962. George McWilliams, 1,005. Scott Scooter Hunt, 861. Do you want to do the District 3?
Sure. District 3, vote for 3. So this would be the top 3 vote getters. In the lead is Danny Everhart with 944. Craig Possum Miller with 869. Roger Thomas with 835. And then Dean Donnelly with 290.
Okay. Let's see here. The Circuit Court Clerk, vote for 1, Dwayna Martin, Republican candidate, 2,561. Tracy Long Austin, Democrat candidate, 1,607. And this is early voting, absentees, Madisonville at the Election Commission, which is Precinct 5, and Vonore, Precinct 4. So that's the totals for those 2 precincts and early voting and absentees. So it's coming in pretty quickly tonight.
Yeah, there's some precincts
just had some
coming
more
in as
just
we're
come in. So
watching. It doesn't take them long to get them counted once they get here.
No, once they get them into the computer, it goes pretty quickly. So we'll continue to stay on the radio. I would like to remind you that football season kicks off. It's going to be August, is it 17th? 19th, Friday night, August the 19th. The Sequoia Chiefs will take on the Tellico Bears at Tellico. Rick McCrary and P.J. McKee will bring you live coverage for the Sequoia Chiefs. And Jeff Anderson and Jared Johnson will be bringing you live coverage from Tellico Plains on 91.1 FM. So you can listen on 104.7 FM or 91.1 FM. So we're excited about that.
I might be a little partial, but I'm really getting excited about the Sequoia football this year.
I think the team's excited, and they've got a new coach, and the field's just a little different. We had a pep rally for them this past week, and it's exciting for them. It really is.
Excited about this upcoming school year, especially for Sequoia. I think it's going to be a great year, and I'm really, like I said, excited about this football team.
And I've got to meet the new principal. He's excited, very excited about being there. Seems like a very nice gentleman and is excited about what he can do at Sequoia High School, and he's excited about this upcoming year also. So I think they got great things going on out there. I'm excited for them. We are waiting on the next totals. I'm not sure what precinct just pulled up. As soon as we get those totals, we'll give those to you. We can run back through these real quickly.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, so.
Yeah, we're going to give you the totals from Precinct 5, which is here at the Election Commission in Madisonville, Precinct 4, which is Vonore, along with the absentees and early voting totals. You can go ahead, Matt, there.
Yeah, I'm going to probably just really highlight some of these.
Okay.
The House of Representatives with Chuck Fleischman and Sandy Casey. It looks like Fleischman has 2,507 votes and Sandy Casey has 527. The rest of these are pretty much unopposed. The ones that we were interested were county mayor, and right now with District 5, which is Madisonville, and District Von Orr, absentee early voting countywide.
That's correct.
It was
There it is.
this one. So Mitch Ingram with 2,842, and Tim Yates with 1,326.
Okay.
1,326.
Okay. The next race that everyone's kind of interested in is our county commission races, along with the circuit court clerk and the road superintendent. I think we're getting some new totals here right now for you. See what we have. Okay.
Plus 8, which is Baltimore Community.
Everything we just gave plus 8.
Plus Baltimore Community Center.
This is Von Orr Community Center. Okay. So we got precinct 5, precinct 4, and precinct 8.
How many precincts are there, Sherry? Do you know?
I think I can tell you that here in just a second, because I had
if
it.
you're watching on
I've
Facebook
got
Live,
the totals
she has
here.
prepared. I give her an A if I was still in the classroom. Sherry has prepared all
We
her
have
homework.
14 precincts.
See, you could tell me.
I've done my homework. I knew Adam wasn't going to be here, so I better be prepared. So this is Von Orr Community Center, Precinct 8, Madisonville, Precinct 5 at the Election Commission, and Von Orr, Precinct 4, along with absentees and early voting. Okay, Sandy Casey, 551, Chuck Fleshman, 2,601. Julia Axley Pace, State Executive Committee woman, District 2, she has 1,686. Cindy Hatcher, 1,035. Okay, our next race is here. If you want to do the county mayor
Sure.
there.
So this is everything with the one of the Von Orr precincts, precinct 8 added. Mitch Ingram with 2,950. Tim Yates with 1,367.
Okay. Let's see here. Our County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds has 421. Donald D.J. Seiler, 464. Travis Wade, 428. And Danny Isbell, 269. Quinto Birchie, 92. So that's kind of a close race right there between the top 3 there. And you vote for 3.
You vote
so,
for 3, right.
yes. It's 421, 464, and 428. I'll let you do District 2 there.
Okay, so this is County Commissioner, District 2, vote for 3. You have, I'm going to go in order. The top vote getter right now is Mac Williams with 1,013 votes. William Cross with 972 votes, and Brian Harrell with 970. And then Scott Hunt with 867 votes.
Okay.
So it's really, really close between
close.
William Cross and Brian, although, like I said, it's vote for 3.
Vote for 3. County Commission District 3, vote for 3. Danny Everhart is leading the ticket there for 944. Then we have Craig Possum Miller, 869. Roger Thomas, 835. And Dean Donnelly, 293. Let's see. We'll turn over to the circuit court there.
Circuit Court, Dwayna Martin, 2,657 votes. And Tracy Austin with 1,659 votes.
Okay. Road Superintendent, vote for 1. Steve Teague, 2,617 votes. Richard Allen Best, 1,735 votes. You want to do the school board district?
Sure. District 1, Sweetwater, it's vote for 2. Leading right now is Richard Bettis with 566 votes. John Ridgedale with 468 votes. Tyrone Ferguson with 112 votes. And Cotton Upton with 236.
Okay. Now let's see. I think we've covered all the contested ones that we have there. We can go back over those totals unless we've got more. We've got more. Here we go.
1 and 7. High school and Sweetwater.
All the ones we just gave you, along with 1 and 7, which is Sequoia High School and Sweetwater High School. We are adding to these totals.
Okay.
Julia Axley Pace, 1,851. Cindy Hatcher, 1,156. I'll turn this over for you, Matt. There's the county mayor.
Okay. This was the Sweetwater reporting also at Sweetwater High School and Sequoia High School precincts. Mitch Ingram, 3,248 votes, and Tim Yates with 1,489.
Okay. County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds, 608. DJ Seiler, 652. Travis Wade, 598. Danny Isbell, 360. Quinto Birchie, 120. Vote for 3. Looks like the top 3 right now are going to be DJ Seiler, Adam Reynolds, and Travis Wade. You want to do District 2?
District 2, vote for 3. William Cross with 1,052 votes. Brian Harrell with 1,056 votes. Mac Williams with 1,092 votes. Scott Hunt with 925 votes.
Okay. County Commission District 3, the top vote getter now at this point in the election is Danny Everhart, 955. Craig Possum Miller, 878. Roger Thomas, 843. And Dean Donnelly, 294.
And then with District 4, which is Blue Devil Country, it's Paulette Summey. Of course, she's unopposed with right now 520 courtesy votes.
That's correct. And let's see. The Circuit Court Clerk's race, Dwayna Martin, 2,930 votes. Tracy Long Austin, 1,810 votes. Road Superintendent, Steve Teague, Republican candidate, 2,852 votes. Richard Allen Best, 1,925 votes. And there's the School Board District 1. Vote for 2.
So it's still Richard Bettis with the top vote getter with 759, and John Ridgedale with 650 votes. Tyrone Ferguson 146, and Cotton Upton with 311.
Okay. So this is Sequoia High School added to those totals along with Sweetwater High School. So we're waiting. That was District 1 and 7 that was added to our totals. So they're coming in pretty quickly. Have you seen another? Okay. Okay. Going by pretty fast here, Matt.
It is.
It was faster than the primary. But of course, I just talked to one of the Election Commission workers earlier, and to Kendra Henry, and she said it had been a little smoother today than it was during the primary. So,
I remember I did the presidential election with Lon Shupin a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I bet. We may have to get you and Lon back on here at the next presidential primary. But we'd like to thank everyone for listening to us this evening on 104.7 FM. Be sure and listen to our football coverage coming up August the 19th on Friday night. Friday Night Lights will be in Sequoia. We'll be going to Tellico Plains to play the Bears. Be live coverage from 104.7 FM and 91.1 FM. Rick McCrary and PJ McKee will be doing play-by-play for Sequoia Chiefs, and Jared Johnson and Jeff Anderson for the Tellico Bears. So it's going to be an exciting season for the Sequoia Chiefs, I think. They're excited, and I'm sure the Tellico Bears are excited as well. We have a magazine that's coming out. It's going to the printer. It's a kickoff magazine. I've seen it. It's really nice. Has all the teams in it in the county, and they'll have around 3,000 copies. Is that correct? It's the third year that we've done this magazine. It's got a lot of great sponsors. We thank the sponsors for sponsoring this magazine. It's going to be really nice. That highlights all the teams and the players. So we're excited about that. So you'll need to try to grab you a copy of that. It's free. They'll be handing those out. So anything you want to add, Matt?
Well, I guess we just need to wait. If I doubt any of my students are listening, I doubt they're listening to election coverage on a Thursday night.
They might be excited to hear what's going on in Monroe County.
They might be. I hope so. But something tells me probably not. They're probably on TikTok. But just to give a shout out to my staff, my assistant principal Matt Barger helps me a lot, and all the faculty and staff at Vulner Middle School. If you're
Y'all
listening.
excited about this?
We are.
This
we
new
are.
school year?
We are excited. We had a
That's
great
great.
year last year, and we're
Good.
excited about this year coming up.
Did you have open house tonight?
We did. It was a great. It's become like a really across the county. The open houses have become a big deal. I mean,
That's great.
most people show up.
That's good. I think that's a nice little touch so that the kids don't just go into the classroom and they don't get to meet the teacher until that first day.
Right.
It's kind of I like that,
Yeah,
the setting
I do
of
too.
that for the kids and for the teachers as well.
Yeah, a lot of the schools had food trucks, and it's kind of
Oh,
it's
wow.
kind of like more of a family atmosphere. It's a good deal.
That's good. That's good. That gets the parents involved too.
Right.
I like that. Well, we can go over these totals once again for you that added from Sequoia High School and Sweetwater High School one more time before we get new totals. Julia Axley Pace, State Executive Committee Woman, District 2, 1,851. Cindy Hatcher, 1,156. Go over here to the county mayor. Oh, we're just getting some new totals
some more
here.
totals.
So
We'll wait
we'll
for
just
those to
go to
come in.
these. This is, we're adding ball play, district, let's see, it's precinct 14 that we're adding. This is ball play. Julia Axley Pace, 1,885. Cindy Hatcher, 1,188. Let me go over here to the county mayor's race.
County mayor, not much of a change, but Mitch Ingram with 302 votes, and Tim Yates with 1,538.
Okay. Go over to County Commission District 1, vote for 3. So far, the lead will be DJ Seiler, 652. Adam Reynolds, 608. Travis Wade, 598. Danny Isbell, 360. And Quinto Birchie, 120. County Commission District 2.
So it's vote for 3, and the leader right now is Mac Williams with 1,092 votes. Then second is Brian Harrell with 1,056, and very close behind William Cross with 1,052, and Scott Hunt with 925.
Okay. County Commission District 3, vote for 3. Let's see, the top vote getter at this point is Danny Everhart with 1,030. Craig Possum Miller, 958. Roger Thomas, 898. And Dean Donnelly, 335. And Paulette, in your area there in Von Orr?
Is unopposed still, and with 520 votes.
Okay. Let's see here. Circuit Court Clerk, Dwayna Martin, Republican candidate, 3,000 votes. Tracy Long Austin, 1,843 votes. If you want to do road superintendent there.
Robertson Steve Teague with 2,890, and Richard Allen Best with 1,991. And then District 1 School Board, a little bit of a change, not much. Richard Bettis is still leading with 759 votes. John Ridgel with 650. And then the next two is 146 with Mr. Ferguson and 311 with Mr. Upton.
So we vote for 2 in this school board
yeah.
district.
So right
Okay.
now the leaders is Richard Bettis and John Ridgel.
Okay. All right. And I think these are all unopposed. So we're still waiting on more districts to report to us for precincts. That was precinct 14. So it's coming in pretty quickly tonight. We could go over these one more time just in case you didn't get that the first time. State Executive Committee Woman, District 2, Julia Axley Pace, 1,885. Cindy Hatcher, 1,188.
Sherry, do you actually know what a state executive person?
I have no
I mean, I'm
idea. I need to
sorry.
talk to Julia because I know Julia, but I'm not sure what her
I'm showing my ignorance here on the radio
her-
and Facebook Live, but I don't know what a state
her
executive.
actual job or title,
Yeah, I don't
what
know
she
what that is.
does.
I'm sorry.
But I would like to know, Julia. Next time I see you, I'm going to ask you. This is the county
Okay, go ahead. I'm
mayor's
sorry.
race. Go ahead with Mitch and Tim there on the county mayor.
Mitch with 3,302 votes, and Tim Yates with 1,538.
Okay. County Commission District 1, vote for 3. Your top 3 at this point in the race is Donald DJ Seiler with 652, Adam Reynolds 608, Travis Wade 598, Danny Isbell 360, Quinto Birchie 120. And there's County Commission District 2.
Still no change with Mac Williams with 1,092 votes, Brian Harrell with 1,056, and William Cross with 1,052, and Scott Hunt with 925.
Okay.
Vote for 3.
Vote for 3. County Commission District 3, vote for 3. Top vote getter at this point is Danny Everhart with 1,030, Craig Possum Miller, second, 958, and third, Roger Thomas with 898, and Dean Donnelly with 335. Of course, Paulette there is
Paulette's
unopposed in Von Orr.
And then Marna Hall's unopposed.
Circuit Court Clerk Dwayna Martin, 3,000 votes. Tracy Long Austin, 1,843. The road superintendent.
Steve Teague in the lead with 2,890 votes, and Richard Allen Best with 1,991. And still the same with the school board in District 1 Sweetwater. Richard Bettis in the lead with 759. John Ridgedale with 650. Tyrone Ferguson with 146, and Cotton Upton with 311.
Okay. The school board, will they have anybody running in the November election, or do you know, is anyone up at that point? I'm not sure. I didn't do my homework on that.
Yeah, I didn't. I actually should know that one, but I don't.
Yeah, you should know that one, Matt, being in the school district. But I know that I realized that we did have that one district in there for the school board. And I think we did have Dean Williams, who was unopposed. He was actually in district, let me see here. Let me find him.
In the Madisonville district, which is 5.
Yes,
District 5.
District 2.
Oh, 2, I'm
Dean
sorry.
Williams. He's District 2.
That's right.
Yeah. And he has 1,924 votes, but he's unopposed. So, also School Board District 3, unopposed Joe Cagle with 1,111. And so that's those 2 districts as well on school board. Have a lot of judges. I know when I went to vote, there was just a line full of judges, and we also have some local judges. Justice Sharon Lee was on there, unopposed, of course, and I think we also had Judge Kerwood Witt was on there, unopposed. So 2 locals. Mr. Brown is going to the door. I'm not sure if
There's more cars pulling in with some more precincts.
I think so. I think they're getting close. I think there's 3 cars actually pulling in together here. So
probably is there a precinct in Cocoa Creek? I'm assuming there is.
Yes.
So that's probably the furthest one then, or maybe somewhere up around.
Yeah, that is probably one of the farthest ones is up in Cocoa Creek area. I think they're talking about national politics, but I'm not really prepared to talk national. Are you?
I'm sorry to say that I have about the last.
You've kind of fallen out of politics.
I've checked out of the national political thing.
Me and you both.
I probably shouldn't have, but I have.
It's hard. It's hard to watch sometimes, isn't it? I don't watch a lot of TV much anymore.
Right. Well, the old saying is all politics are local. So.
True. So true. I have to agree with you on that. For sure.
So if you want to hear national politics, I guess you have to tune into the competition. Sorry.
Definitely. Oh, but we do have a big race coming up in 2 years, which will be the presidential election, and it's been a tough few years here, but I think our country's hopefully going to get back on the right track. Hopefully, but. We appreciate you listening to us this evening. We'd like to thank Mr. Brown from the Election Commission office for allowing us to be here and bring you the election totals this evening from the Election Commission office in Madisonville. And we just got some new totals, folks. Here we go. This adds all the totals we've given you plus Broad Street, which is Precinct 2.
In Sweetwater.
Okay, Joya Axley Pace, 1,927. Cindy Hatcher, 1,216. Let's see, Matt, I'll let you do the county mayor here. There we go.
Okay. This is all precincts reporting that we've given you in cruising, and I'm sorry, in addition to Broad Street and Sweetwater. Mitch Ingram, 3,396 votes, and Tim Yates with 1,600. So it looks like percentage-wise, Mitch has 67% and Tim around 32%.
Okay. All right, let me get it turned here. County Commission District 1, looks like DJ Seiler is leading with 743, Adam Reynolds 707, Travis Wade 690, and Danny Isbell 434, Quinto Birchie 141, and you vote for 3. So the top 3 at this point is DJ Seiler, Adam Reynolds, and Travis Wade.
County Commission District 2, William Cross with 1,052 votes, Brian Harrell with 1,060, the leader Mac Williams with 1,096, and Scott Hunt with 928.
Okay. County Commission District 3, vote for 3. The leader in this district is Danny Everhart with 1,030. And then we have Craig Possum Miller with 958, Roger Thomas with 898, and Dean Donnelly with 335.
Then rest are of course, Paulette, the County Commission's unopposed, out of Von Orr, and Marna for trustee is unopposed.
Okay.
That was kind of decided in the primary, I guess.
Yes, it was. It sure was. Circuit Court Clerk, Dwayna Martin, 3,090 votes, and Tracy Long Austin, 1,910 votes. It looks like Dwayna Martin has 62.68% of the vote that we've received so far.
Down here with Road Superintendent Steve Teague with 2,959, Richard Allen Best with 2,079 votes. So Steve's got around 58% of the vote, and Richard Best 41% of the vote.
Okay.
And the school board, not much of a change there either. Richard Bettis with 861, John Ridgel with 750, Cotton Upton with 366, and Tyrone Ferguson with 176.
Okay, and that's a vote for 2 in that
Vote
school
for 2.
board
So
district.
right now leading is Richard Bettis and John Ridgel.
Okay. All right.
Then you got Dean's unopposed in District 2, school board. Joe Cagle in District 3 out of Tellico unopposed.
Okay.
And then our constable races,
I think they're all unopposed.
they're all unopposed too. I'm looking at it. Okay.
Yep. Harold Bivens, Harold Davis, I'm sorry, Constable District 4, unopposed. And I think we've covered all the ones that do have opposition there. So that was with Broad Street. Is that correct? Precinct 2,
correct.
John?
Yeah.
Precinct 2, Broad Street. Okay.
So any surprises for you, or did you?
Not really.
Okay.
Sweetwater primary, he said after this one, there's 4 more.
Okay. We're going to give you the totals of everything we've given you so far, along with Precinct 3, which is Sweetwater Primary School. And then we lack 4 precincts, and we'll be finished. 4 precincts. Okay. Julia Axley Pace, 1,991. Cindy Hatcher, 1,249 for State Executive Committee Woman District 2. Vote for 1. Let me turn over here to the county mayor for you.
Okay. So this is all precincts reporting except for 4. No change really. Mitch Ingram with 3,497. Tim Yates with 1,653.
Okay. County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds, 807. DJ Seiler, 848. Travis Wade, 790. Danny Isbell, 485. Quinto Birchie, 153. So still in the lead in the County Commission District 1 race is Donald DJ Seiler, Adam Reynolds, and Travis Wade.
Okay. District 2 County Commission out of Madisonville is William Cross with 1,053. Brian Harrell, 1,060 votes. Mac Williams with 1,097, and Scott Hunt with 930. So that's vote for 3. So leading right now is William Cross, Brian Harrell, and Mac Williams.
Okay. County Commission District 3, vote for 3. The top vote getter at this point is Danny Everhart with 1,030. Craig Possum Miller, 959, Roger Thomas, 899, and Dean Donnelly with 335. So the top three are Danny Everhart, Craig Possum Miller, and Roger Thomas in County Commission District 3. Let's go over to Circuit Court Clerk. Dwayna Martin, 3,210 votes. Tracy Long Austin, 1,948 votes. So it looks like Dwayna has 62.23% of the votes at this point.
And down to Road Superintendent, Steve Teague with 3,031 votes, and Richard Best with 2,162 votes. Remember, this is all precincts reporting except for four. There are four precincts left.
That's correct. School Board District 1, vote for 2. Richard Bettis has 979. John Ridgel, 849. And Tyrone Ferguson, 199. And Cotton Hunt, 399. So this is all precincts except for 4. And we're getting ready to have another precinct here. Okay, this is Notch Creek. It's precinct 9, so we lack 3 precincts up to this point, and we'll have them all in. Julia Ashley Pace, 2,053. Cindy Hatcher, 1,277, and this is the State Executive Committee woman, District 2, vote for 1.
Remember, you promised to find me out what that
I'm
does.
going to find out what that is. I promise you. There's the county mayor.
County mayor is no change. Mitch Ingram still leading with 3,590 votes. Tim Yates with 1,693.
Okay. County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds, 807. Donald D.J. Seiler, 849. Travis Wade, 791. Danny Isbell, 485. Quinto Perchi, 154.
District 2, County Commission, William Cross has 1,055 votes. Brian Harrell has 1,064. Mac Williams has 1,099. Scott Hunt, 932. So the top 3 right now are William Cross, Brian Harrell, and Mac Williams.
Okay. County Commission District 3, vote for 3. Danny Everhart, 1,118. Craig Possum Miller, 1,041. Roger Thomas, 975. Dean Donnelly, 373. So your top 3 at this point in the race is Danny Everhart, Craig Possum Miller, and Roger Thomas.
So this is all precincts reporting except for three precincts.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And down to Road Superintendent, there's no change there, with Steve Teague with 3,105 votes, Richard Allen Best with 2,221. And then down the School Board in Sweetwater, there's no change there, with Richard Bettis and John Ridgel leading.
Okay, Circuit Court Clerk, Dwayna Martin, 3,289 votes. Reporting in, Tracy Long Austin, 2,004 votes. So Dwayna Martin has 62.14% of the votes at this point. So we lack 3 precincts. We think. We're close. So we're waiting on the last 3 to report, and we'll give you the final totals. That was precinct number 9. I think there's about 3 or 4 more, Matt, to report in to us.
So anything planned in the city of Madisonville lately, or I know anything coming up? I've heard more compliments about the park.
The park, thank you. We've had a lot of response with our food truck park nights. We had a big pep rally for Sequoia High School on Monday. We had a back-to-school block party for the kids. It has generated some energy downtown.
Yeah,
it
they
has.
have the new principals. Didn't they have a meeting? They met the new principals out there also, I think.
We did.
Yeah.
We had a meet and greet of the new principals, and that was good, and enjoyed that. And we're getting ready to we'll have the Halloween in the city coming up in October on Halloween, and then we are still having our second downtown Christmas.
Oh, good.
So
good.
Christmas festival, lighting of the square.
Okay.
So we've got a group that we're looking at. We're hoping to get for our headliner. I think if we get these folks, everyone will be excited about it. It'll be a really good Christmas concert this year. So we're excited. We've Downtown Madisonville Alliance works really hard, and along with the Main Street Director, Karen Carey, and myself, and it takes a lot of people to put on an event, let me tell you. It takes a bunch.
I know.
So we're excited about that.
It seems like all the cities in the county have kind of brought their downtowns back a little bit.
They have.
Which is good. I mean,
They have, and we're hoping to get some new businesses downtown. A Main Street director has been put in place to help do that,
Okay.
bring some new life to downtown, and do some revitalization as well. So we're excited, very excited. But thank you so much for listening to us tonight on WGSM 104.7. Be sure and listen to football kickoff on August the 19th. First game will be Sequoia High School Chiefs versus the Tellico Bears. Friday Night Lights will be in Tellico for the first game. Rick McCrary and PJ McKee will bring you live coverage for the Sequoia Chiefs, along with Jeff Anderson and Jared Johnson, who will be covering the Tellico Bears this year.
That'll be a big in-county rivalry game.
It is.
Yeah,
It always
it's a lot
is.
of fun.
And that's usually the very first home game each year on the schedule, so it's
Okay.
exciting to kick off. But you got any great things going on in Vonore this school year?
We don't. The girls softball team's doing really well.
Well, good.
It's hard to keep up. They start so early, but they're doing well. We're proud of them. The field looks good behind the school.
Great.
Lots going on. I don't know if a lot of people knew this. A couple years ago, in the county they started middle school girls volleyball, and the response has been tremendous.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's
well, great.
We have that at Vonore, but it's for all the middle school girls.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well,
And
wonderful.
in academics, that's great things are happening there, which is, we
Good.
always want to get sports in, but, academics is most important. And we've got some good things going on there, too.
You got a lot of new teachers this year or on staff?
We have a few. We have a few
Okay.
couple of transfers, and which we're excited about, too.
Good.
And
That's
I think
good.
it's, like I said, the open house was really successful tonight, which I heard some from my colleagues that it was at their schools as well.
Good.
Thanks
That's
for asking.
great. That's great. I know y'all are excited to get kicked off here. And tomorrow's first day?
Tomorrow's a 2-hour day.
Okay.
The buses aren't running, so really not a lot. But Monday is really the first big
The
day.
full day.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I know the kids are probably not excited, but I know the parents probably are ready to get them back to school. But I know my granddaughter, Brinley, I can't believe this, but she's going to intermediate this year.
Gosh.
That's hard to believe.
Wow.
I know. I
You're
can't
getting old,
believe
Sherry.
I know, Matt. I am. Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she's going to the 3rd grade. I just can't believe it, but I know she's excited about going to a new school.
Yeah.
A little nervous. That's what she told me.
But
So-
new principal, Shelma Brackett and Dana Wiggins are principal and assistant principal there
Yes,
now. So
at the
I'm sure
intermediate.
she's excited. She knows them from church, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, she's very excited
All
about Miss Shelma and Miss Dana. So I'm excited for her. But we're waiting. Okay, you want to do a recap on the last totals
Yep.
we just
Okay, if you're
received?
just joining us.
Okay, we can do that. Let's see. Julia Axley Pace, 2,053. Cindy Hatcher, 1,277 for State Executive Committee Woman. District 2, vote for 1. And we'll go back over to Mitch and Tim
Mitch
Yates.
Ingram leading with 67% of the vote of 3,950. And Tim Yates with 32% of the vote, 1,693.
Okay. County Commission District 1, Adam Reynolds is leading. Let's see, he's 807. DJ Seiler is leading with 849. Travis Wade, 791. Danny Isbell, 485. Quinto Birchie, 154.
In County Commission, District 2, Madisonville, top 3. In the lead is Mac Williams with 1,099, followed by William Cross with 1,055. And, Brian Harrell's in second with 1,064, and then William Cross with 1,055, and Scooter Hunt with 932.
County Commission District 3, vote for 3. Danny Everhart, 1,118, leading the ticket. Craig Possum Miller, 1,041. Roger Thomas, 975. Dean Donnelly, 373.
And then down to
Of course, Paulette.
Paulette's unopposed out of Vonore.
Okay. And you can do the circuit court.
Circuit Court, Dwayna Martin right now with 62% of the vote of 3,289. And Tracy Long Austin with 37% of the vote, 2,004 votes.
Okay. Road Superintendent, vote for 1. Steve Teague, 3,105. And Richard Allen Best with 2,221 votes.
And no change with our school board out of District 1. Richard Bettis in the lead with 979, followed by John Ridgedale with 850. Tyrone Ferguson with 199, and Cotton Upton with 400 votes. So the top two there are Richard Bettis and Mr. Riddle.
We're getting ready to give you the grand total of everything, all precincts. Mr. Brown just gave us a report that he's getting the final total. So we're going to finish up a little early tonight. It was a little bit quicker than the primary.
Ryan.
Go over Fleshman, okay. On Chuck Fleshman, the race, Sandy Casey, 690. Chuck Fleshman, 3,163 votes. So,
Yep. It looks like most of the people have actually took down their tents already, Sherry.
I think they have. A lot of folks are already leaving and tearing down and
with just 3 precincts left, I think a lot of these are probably decided.
Pretty much decided. I think you're right. But we will have you the grand total of all precincts, all 14 precincts, in just a few minutes. They are giving us that final total, and we'll be finished up here tonight.
Okay. Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. It'll have to be
unofficial.
It's an unofficial total.
Certified,
it'll have to be certified by the Election Commission Committee and Election Commission Office. So that is an unofficial total, but we will be giving you the grand total here in just a few minutes. I think we just lack 3 precincts.
Right. And I think here it comes. So this will be
I think this is it. Final
Mr. Brown
totals.
said there was like 3 or 4 provisional votes, which he didn't see making any kind of a difference. So here's our unofficial grand total.
Unofficial
for the
grand
election.
total. Okay, Sandy Casey, 795, United States House of Representatives. For District 3, Chuck Fleshman, 3,579 votes. Julia Axley Pace, 2,394. Cindy Hatcher, 1,410. State Executive Committee Woman, District 2.
County Mayor, all precincts reporting. Mitch Ingram, 4,116 votes. Tim Yates with 1,993 votes.
Okay.
So Mitch is the winner in that one unofficially.
Okay, and County Commission District 1, vote for 3. The top 3 vote getters and the winners. This is all the totals are in. Adam Reynolds, 808. DJ Seiler, 850. Travis Wade, 792. So that's your 3 county commissioners in District 1.
All right, so your county commissioners for District 3 is William Cross, Brian Harrell, and Mac Williams. And Mac was the top vote getter with 1,169, followed by Brian Harrell with 1,133, and William Cross with 1,019.
So that's County Commissioners District 2.
Correct.
County Commission District 3, your top vote getters, the final 3 is Danny Everhart, 1,654, Craig Possum Miller, 1,557, and Roger Thomas with 1,453. So that will be your 3 county commissioners in District number 3. Circuit Court Clerk, Dwayna Martin, 3,796. Tracy Long Austin, 2,304. Road Superintendent Steve Teague, 3,671. Richard Allen Best, 2,495. So your new Circuit Court Clerk will be Dwayna Martin, and the Road Superintendent will remain the same as Steve Teague.
So Dwayna's replacing Marty Cook, who you thought would have been there almost over 45 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she has.
And then we have a new school board member out of Sweetwater, Richard Bettis, with 991 votes, followed by John Ridgedale, an incumbent, with 858.
Okay.
That's your 2 school board members out of District 1 in Sweetwater.
And I think that's all
really
the totals, John,
Yep.
unless you want us to go back over those one more time. Okay.
Okay. John's telling us one more time.
One more time. United States House of Representatives, District 3, Sandy Casey, 795. Chuck Fleshman, 3,579. State Executive Committee Woman, District 2, vote for 1. Julia Axley Pace won this race with 2,394.
And the winner, unofficially, for county mayor is Mitch Ingram with 4,116 votes, and followed by Tim Yates with 1,993.
Okay. Top 3 county commissioners for District 1. is going to be DJ Seiler with 850, Adam Reynolds with 808, and Travis Wade with 792.
County Commission, District 2, Mac Williams with 1,169, Brian Harrell with 1,133, and William Cross with 1,119, Scotty Hunt with 995. So the winners there will be William Cross, Brian Harrell, and Mac Williams.
County Commission District 3, vote for 3. Your top 3 vote getters and your county commissioners for that district will be Danny Everhart with 1,654, Craig Possum Miller 1,557, and Roger Thomas with 1,453. Your new circuit court clerk will be Dwayna Martin, 3,796 votes, to Tracy Long Austin, 2,304 votes.
And your road superintendent will remain Steve Teague with 3,671 votes. Richard Allen Best, 2,495 votes.
Okay. And your school board for District 1, you vote for 2. Your 2 school board district members will be Richard Bettis, 991, and John Ridgel, 858. I think that's it, John.
That's it.
Thank you so much for listening to us tonight, live from the Election Commission in Madisonville. We'd like to thank Mr. Brown for allowing us to set up in the Election Commission office. Thank you for listening to Matt and myself. We appreciate you very much, and have a good evening.
Good night.